not. Um, right. Hello, SpeedGaming. Welcome to our Choozo Randomizer. I am Science. I'm joined by Coach today, and we have and phatscott25. So the way that this tournament works, unlike a lot of randomizer tournaments, every player each week plays the same setting. With this one, it's more geared towards being beginner friendly. It lets people basically each runner chooses the settings that the maximum settings they're comfortable with, and based on the lowest quote unquote difficulty settings that between the two runners, the speed will be randomized that way. For example, if one person only plays vanilla area, the one person will play full area, the speed will be generated with the vanilla area layout. The setting for this match is different. So do you? Sorry about this, everybody. We were expecting a bit more of a delay. Okay, have we found any? Alright, so it looks like we're taking some saves at the ship here. I would appear we have not found Morph Ball yet. Looks like Screw Attack is going to be our initial progression. A couple of places the runners could go with that. Just adjust the audio here. Is this if everybody can hear me all right?
Okay, there's plasma. So then that's the last item for criteria, right? Which means Morph can't be here? Or no,
yes.
or did they find Morph?
Oh, it looks like Scott did. I'm kind of missed where it was, but let's see. I think Scott may have found Morph at Bomb to or was it Plasma at Bomb to Rezo? If so, then I totally missed where Morph was. All right, so the settings that we are playing with for everybody's benefit, we've got full countdown split, meaning that major items in each area can be in any location, regardless of whether it's a major or minor location in the vanilla game. But the HUD at the top of the screen will show runners how many majors. It does not include energy or reserve tanks in these settings. We had a random starting location, hard difficulty based on the season races preset, and full area as well as boss randomization. So
pretty much everything besides escape is randomized then, right?
Yes, I believe morph was random too, but generally with the settings for anytime you have a random starting location, generally morph gets forced to early.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna check out where this door goes, and then that is West Meridia from the Green Pirate Shaft.
Okay. And so it looks like Scott's going to go down and check that portal at the bottom of Main Street, potentially. Oh, we're going to get a crab supers check. And yeah, not having any missiles yet. No reason not to pick these up.
I didn't see, did Scott have a save as well? Because if this doesn't work out with those other portals, would he be able to get out?
Yeah, he can't go back through with the items that he has. I think that he can get to two portals, the bottom of Main Street, and I think he can get to the Crab Hole portal because he just wouldn't be able to get back through it. And it looks like we are finding
the wreck ship. Right.
Got one major item here. Just some missiles there, though.
So, just thinking out loud, is there going to be anything that Scott actually would be able to check? Because they can't actually get to Phantoon at this point, or whatever boss would be in Phantoon's location, and they can't check spooky missiles because of no bombs.
Yeah, I don't think there is anything else. Yeah, so we're...
Yeah, well, we can see Scott just noping out of that right now.
Yeah, I mean, nothing else to check, may as well. So let's see what the crabs have for us today. Very, very interesting palette on Scott's screen. Those bright blue crabs make them somehow look even more scary than they usually do.
Yeah, those, with no suits, they do a ton of damage. And then that is, yeah, the Upper Norfair escape. That's going to be... Okay, yeah, we see a reset.
Yup. That's kind of a bummer, but you know, that's what happens when you find Meridia too early. All right, back to the Kirby ship. Looks like Idle has found Green Brinstar. Third energy tank, which... Let's see, we're on hard difficulty, so 3 energy tanks if they find the front of Upper Norfair is enough for the Ice Hell run on the hard difficulty setting.
Yeah. I think I ended up joining a minute late, but the 2 green Brinstar doors that we do know is the Green Hill Zone goes to the Key Hunter room, and then the exit goes to the exit of Lower Norfair. But I don't think we've seen yet what happens at the top of Green Bryn. So that would be interesting to see what sort of routing options that might open up.
Oh, and here we go.
Yeah, it's first PBs.
All right. Great to see. Let's see. We may see him just check Mission Impossible now as well. Or maybe not yet. Like those big side hoppers are also not something you want to mess with just with Power Suit.
Oh, definitely not.
And so yeah, instead I'm going to Green Bryn Shaft. I'm guessing we're going to see Edacoons and then probably early supers, or the other way around.
We didn't see Mission Impossible though, did we?
Nope. I skipped that. Some combination of. Oh, well, there's one of our Green Bryn majors.
There we go. I'm guessing this just has a much higher density, so this is a safer bet.
Yep, there are 5 items in these 2 rooms.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
And no need to do the screw attack tech to get those supers thanks to those power bombs. All right, we are seeing a gauntlet check out of Scott.
All right, let's go, Scott. This is dangerous, but having screw does make this feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. I think you'll be fine.
Okay, and there's the other first PB for Scott.
All right, well that definitely got bailed out a little bit there because that probably would have been another reset had it not been power bombs.
Okay, so now here comes the Edacoons check.
Yeah, and that is correct, Count Cranberry. We have not seen, we didn't see really any of the big pink items yet, aside from the power bombs at whatever you call them, I guess big pink missiles, the missiles outside of the door to Mission Impossible. All right, Scott's gonna find some more supers, and I'm not sure. Yeah, so Scott's just looking for miners here. Now has one of each pack of ammo, so that's nice to open all the doors here. And see if we've got our other Green Bryn major here at Edacoons PBs. Yep, just more supers, but
Super still welcome.
Those. Absolutely. Personally, even if I have charge beam and a good beam combination, it's still I still think it's generally worth it to get 30 supers, just if only to make the Ridley and Mother Brain fights go a little bit faster.
Yeah, there's definitely a comfort in having that for sure. Yeah, even if you've got, no matter how good, I think it's just a nice feeling having 30 supers.
Yeah, they have. All right. What do we? So Scott is going to go over. We've got 2 more portals to check here.
And I think we have seen this from Scott's side, and we're now about to see where Green Bryn goes to. Yeah, here's that Green Hill Zone. And that is the Chronic Boost for Upper Norfair. So it looks like Idle's going to go for it. Nope, never.
Oh.
Debate. Okay. Having a little dance trying to figure it out. It looks like he's going to go down maybe and farm up some more.
Yeah, I think that we'll probably see those big pink checks now. But yeah, probably could have done something with that there because he does have crystal flash ammo, but probably did not want to waste all of, like it would basically be every single bit of his ammo at this point, and I don't know catch. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I thought there was lag for a second. I don't know the last time that Idle saved as well. So if that does take all the ammo, that could potentially set him back significantly if it doesn't turn out the way he wants. Yeah,
because like 4 energy tanks is not super comfy without Various Suit. Even like heat damage can get you. Even if you're a really good runner, like one thing goes wrong and it can very easily snowball. And the last thing you want to do is die and lose a bunch of progress.
No, that's exactly what I want to do. Sounds great. I think that was the wise choice, and then hopefully this green Bryn item pays off.
So yeah, it looks like Scott is in Green Bryn 2. We're seeing our 4 spawn supers check. And got some vanilla supers. We got a high five from our runners here.
So one door that we haven't seen yet then is Moat. If Idol has Spring Ball and Scott's going to be picking that up, is that potentially where like the next big progression is? Or do you think the seed is expecting them to go ahead and like go through Upper Norfair?
With this amount of with this amount of ammo and energy, that may well be expected. It'll depend on like unless it's at Waterway. We are. Oh nope.
No, there was progression right there. That was it.
So that is all of our Green Brand majors. So, I do. Yeah, I think it has to be Upper Norfair, or yeah. So none of the ways over the moat that they have access to are actually in Logic yet, because they're playing on hard difficulty, and all of those are like the CWJ and Bomb Jump and Spring Ball Jump, or Spring Ball Mock Ball / Bounce Ball over the moat are only in Logic in this tournament with the highest difficulty setting.
I reckon one of them's gonna go for it.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's what's gonna help unlock it. I mean, we can see the save going, so maybe that is indicating that that's gonna go be in like an Upper Norfair run, right?
Yep. I believe so. It looks like Idol is going back to the top of Green Bryn Shaft here, or not. No, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, viewers of SpeedGaming. I have lied to you. So, yeah, this may well be a moat play. Or, nope, I'm sorry.
It's a farm.
It's a farm, yeah. So we are going to see some Upper Norfair, I think. See, this is the great thing about commentating Super Metroid Randomizer. We can basically say we think the runners are going to do whatever they're going to do. And then when we're wrong, we pretend that we weren't and just move on. And if we're right, we get to crow about it. So
exactly. I just also wanted to say thank you so much for doing commentary with me. This is my first time, and I really appreciate being able to do it with someone else. And thanks for Stack for tracking as well. And yeah, thanks to Idol for setting up the whole tournament.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially shout out to Stack, because you could very easily have a restream without us jabbering on commentary. You can't really do it without a tracker. So
yeah, especially with as many settings as we have going on here, this just really makes everything seem a lot more cohesive.
Oof, that was.
And then yeah, he'll make it. He's gonna make it to this to this farm room.
Still not not a hit.
Oh.
Idle, please. Alright, we're good. even with power suits, the gamuts really don't do a lot of damage. So, so we'll see Lowell Mountain as soon as Idle's gonna farm up here. I'm assuming to get enough to be sure that he makes it safely to the farm spot in Batcave.
Yeah.
And we
So
have.
sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say we have Scott seeing Upper Norfair and deciding to run away from Upper Norfair.
But Idle sees that E-tank over there, and he wants it. He wants it. And going, and then this should make these next checks just a little bit smoother as well.
Yeah, five E-tanks is like fairly comfortable for the hell runs moving forward. Going back to cathedral missiles takes a lot more energy than you would expect, so that's not in logic, but I believe that everything else here at Bubble Mountain is at this point.
I think if they're able to find wave here, they could at least do the like the speed skip, right?
Yeah, I don't remember if that is in logic, but it is definitely doable, and that would get them back to Business Center. All right, so we'll see speed and speed missiles from Idle shortly. This is another one where it's like definitely easy to underestimate just how much energy the heat damage is going to do. I know that I mean, with the amount of energy he has, Idle will be fine. But this is definitely one that's deceptively tricky.
It's definitely not a fun one.
Idle skipping those missiles, that's interesting to me. It does seem a little early to start skipping ammo because we don't know where charge is going to be, but
I mean, hopefully there will be quite a few more missiles sort of on the way, and skipping one in the middle of this hell run where I think being ultra conscious of like the actual health count. I don't know. I can see it, but yeah, I also really wouldn't be skipping ammo at this point if it was in any other room.
All right, are we gonna see the deboost? Nope, we're gonna see wave beam.
All right. Oh no, we're gonna see the portal, and we know where this goes. I believe this goes
back to like
this
bottom
goes
of
to Crab Hole.
Crab Hole, okay. Yep, and oh, jeez. Okay, that was a reset. Yeah, as you can see, if you are only on power suit, those crabs do 120 damage. That is anyone who has ever tried to go from wrecked ship down to the top of Red Tower elevator can tell you it is like 120 damage is a lot.
It's always at the most opportune time when that happens too.
Right,
so we see Scott right behind Idle going for the speed check now. And yep. Idle, after doing that reset, is going up to go ahead and see what the wave room has got. And we've got the first item, just another missile.
Yeah, all of the areas we
a skip.
Skipping wave missiles too. All right. How very low time PRKD runner. I don't actually know if Idle runs PRKD, but
I actually don't know too much. I know they were both 4-3 in like the last multi-category tournament. They're both very good runners, so they're definitely capable of doing a lot.
Yeah, I think I know that Scott has I think he has a 46 KPDR. I don't know what Idle's is, but I'm pretty sure Idle has a pretty strong time as well. And interestingly enough, they are also both Kill Croc's Tongue RTA runners. So we have a bit of a Croc's Tongue grudge match happening here.
Okay.
All right, so we've got 2 items here in Norfair Reserve. Wonder if Scott is going to go down to Wave or yep, going down to Wave.
And then I thought Scott had seen this portal already. He was the one who did West Meridia early.
Yep. May have just
Yeah. I mean, your brain is usually so, at least for me, quite mush when trying to remember all the area transitions, especially when it's like a heat of the moment, quite literally in a heated room.
Yep. And so yeah, it's very even when there's no time pressure, it can be kind of difficult to keep track of all your area transitions.
Yeah.
All right.
It looks like we're going to kick into reserves for Scott. We're going to go ahead and try to set. No, we're just going for it. And there it is.
Well, he did just take a save, right? He saved a double mountain? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was nothing serious lost there. Okay, Idle, on the other hand, going to Cathedral Run. Gonna go ahead and check this item, and you definitely want that.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, there is high jump. So we're just gonna Crystal Flash first.
And yeah, that there, I don't, or not. Yeah, that just got a little bit too close there. But now at least now we know that high jump is there, and that's just a real nice get. It's my personal favorite item to find.
Yeah, playing with high jump is basically like the game turning on for me.
And looks like Idle is not going back for high jump after all. We're gonna see
the second try.
Nice.
That was great. And I guess we're gonna go and see what's down, what Faux Craw has for us today.
Let's go Vanilla Croc.
You want Vanilla Croc? Okay, let's go for it. I think it's looking good. It's either that or Kraid, I hope.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. There's Kraid with 1.
Now let's see if so yeah, we've got the 1 item here in warehouse, and I think Idle will probably Idle, this is boss rando.
Yeah, save.
I mean, I guess he still doesn't lose all that much if he does have to reset.
Yeah, that's true. And he can do what, 50% of the bosses with this current loadout? He could probably do, I mean, obviously Kraid and then Phantoon.
Yeah, and I think technically he could do Drake. It's just that without high jump, that spring ball jump I don't actually know if that spring ball jump is possible now that I think about it.
Yeah, but we did learn that East Meridia has 3.
Yeah, it's that so far I think that's the densest location we found.
Green Bryn had 3, I think, as well, but one of those was Spazer, so I don't know if that counts fully.
Yeah, I would once you found Plasma, or if you find Plasma before Spazer, I don't know if I would count it as much of a Spazer defender as I am. You don't want it if you've got Plasma, obviously.
Yeah. I'm not an anti-spacer crew. But yeah, after seeing it after getting plasma is definitely not the feeling you want.
All right, so we've got a reset from Scott. Makes sense. Does not have the loadout to escape Dragon. And Idle going to be going back to Business Center. There's one circumstance and one circumstance only where I would willingly pick up Spazer after I had Plasma, and that is if I were playing Door Rando.
I have never played Door Rando, but yeah, what's the benefit of that?
So there's in addition to the normal ammo doors, you also have doors that can only be opened by the various beams, and the Spazer door can only be opened if you actually have Spazer. Plasma does not open both of them.
Got it. On idle screen, we went ahead and we saw that the left side of the upper Norfair leads to the top of Red Bryn, and then we've also got another basic top of Red Bryn, which is their starting location from the crate entrance.
All right, so I'm hoping for only one of the three items on. Well, one of the four items between the three up here at the top and the one at Spazer to be a major because I would love to see an X-ray check personally.
I love the X-ray check. That is one of the first things I think I saw Ponk do that absolutely blew my mind when I started watching these randomizer races.
The really cool thing about the like X-ray with nothing strat is it's actually not all that difficult. So everybody watching in chat, I recommend that you learn it because it's like it feels very cool to execute and can really get you in. Oh, and there's charge beam.
All right. Let's see if this doubles down in this one right behind the Choozo.
Nope, just missiles. And at this point, those are totally skippable. Charge plasma.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
All right, and Scott's going to be making it back through Cathedral as well. Screw attack is so nice to have for these healths.
Yeah. Although that said, picking it up early, you're in for a seed of pain.
I mean, at least they had random start, so it got forced to early morph. Because screw attack is one of those items that can make your morph ball happen much later than you'd like it to.
That is true. All right, so Scott is now heading up as well. We're going to get a vanilla spacer check.
All right, so let's see if that last item's at X-ray. It is not.
Ooh. All right, so we are 34 and a half minutes in, no suits.
Let's see. Oh, spring ball, high jump, ice beam, you say?
Yeah. And Idle's headed right towards that Meridia tube. Although I guess, area rando, but at least going ahead and checking that location. Might be the progression he needs.
Actually, I think it is. I don't think Suitless is in Logic except on the highest difficulty. So.
Okay, so there is the back of Wreck Ship. And let's check this location up above.
And Idle did not check the Meridia tube, correct?
No, we haven't seen Meridia tube yet.
Yeah, it was.
Oof, there's aqueducts.
That's not. Technically, they could get through Batoon.
Yeah.
But,
do you remember what the count was for Wreck Ship?
I think it was just one.
Okay.
I don't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was just one. And so we're going to see the Meridia tube here, and then
Yeah, Storm D. They can go wreck ship from the back. Croc won. But they also found the front entrance to wreck ship, which was at West Meridia Main Street.
I'm not exactly sure what happened there. First charge plasma shot seems to have only hit Croc once.
Yeah.
But yeah, with high jump and ice beam and spring ball, they're totally set at getting through wreck ship in either direction. So unless there's, I feel like there basically has to be a suit here at Croc for them not to have to do wreck ship. Logically, anyway.
And without bombs, the only way to get to, let's say if it was at the Choozo Croc, the only way to get to there is the actually green gate glitch, correct?
Yeah.
Or
So
could they spring ball jump?
with high jump, I think you can make a spring ball jump. Logical though.
Okay.
So yeah, we got another reserve tank at Croc PBs. And we've got another like almost here at Croc. Scott only needing the one charged plasma shot to get Crockemeyer. And so yeah, cosine missiles is in logic. Yeah. Oh, Scott.
Oh, Scott.
I think he's got this.
Oh!
Just barely.
There we go. That's putting on a show for sure.
All right. So the item at Croc is going to be either has got to be either Indiana Jones or Grapple. So. And looks like Idol might be going for that spring ball jump. Or I'm pretty sure that to get up high enough to wall jump there, you need speed booster. Yep, you need speed booster. Yeah, it looks like we're going to see an attempt at.
Oh, there we go.
We're going to do
yeah, first try. Scott, on the other hand, is going for the green gate glitch. Ooh, and it looks like Indiana Jones is what has it.
Another E-tank here at Croc.
Oh, Scott got it.
Grapple, rather. Got. So I don't think this is logical, but I thought it was doable with the spring ball jump, but oh. Yeah, there's a couple of like strange tech options to get that item, but
I've not seen that one in the wild, so good luck to whoever wants to try to pull that off.
Yeah, there's a way to bring one of the little bugs over that takes like a very long time, but if you have ice, you can bait one of the bugs over eventually and then freeze it and then use it to get up there, but yeah, at this point this is not the logical answer.
Yeah, Cap has already said it's, or Stack has gone ahead and said that he's seen it before and it is rough, and I cannot imagine it being anything less than that.
So Idle did not check Croc E-Tank on the way down. So let's see a question in chat about the Choozo. So Choozo we are using the Varia randomizer to randomize these settings, but the tournament's more geared towards beginners and people being able to play with settings that they're comfortable with. So basically, the settings that are rolled, rather than being constant, each week there being one set of settings that all the runners play. Instead, it is like each runner chooses the maximum settings that they're comfortable with, like the difficulty they're comfortable with, what level of area and boss rando they're comfortable with, whether they are comfortable with random start, and between the two runners who are racing, the lowest difficulty settings from what the two runners have said that they can do is chosen, and the seed is rolled based on that. And so with this setting, we've got full area, random morph, boss rando, full countdown split, and random start, but I was trying to get a couple of things set up, so I didn't actually see where they started.
Yeah, they started at the top of Red Bryn.
Top of Red Bryn, okay.
And it looks like Idle's giving up on trying to springball jump Croc.
Yeah, no.
While that's been happening, it looks like Scott's gone ahead and gone up Forgotten Highway through to the back, and he's going to go into the back of Wreck's ship.
Boing, boing.
And obviously just executing that with beautiful precision.
Plasma beam to shoot the pancakes helps.
Yeah, those springball strats are fantastic. Love to see them.
One other thing that it's worth mentioning, every single seed in this tournament has the Varia tweaks turned on, which, in addition to making Bomb Terizo always activate, hello! No matter what, you also have access to this item from the back, even before Wreck Ship is turned on. Generally, you're not supposed to be able... in normal settings without Varia tweaks / vanilla, that item does not exist until you kill Phantoon.
So this routing is also going to work out really well for Scott. So as you were saying, because that item was allowed to be turned on, and it did end up being gravity, Scott will be able to skip the entirety of Wreck's ship. They'll just be able to go down, take care of whatever boss is at Phantoon, which is hopefully we're going to see a save for this. And the West Ocean part of Wreck's ship leads straight into Main Street. So as long as Scott can do a Varialess Ridley, or it's not Ridley, then Scott would be in a position to go ahead and just jump right back to where he can take full advantage of gravity.
And yeah, going up and taking that save. Another tweak.
Take the save.
Yeah, another tweak we get from Area Rando is that this save station is always active. Again, in vanilla, there is that save station. You can get into the room, but you can't use it until you kill Phantoon. And so yeah, really the only boss who might present a bit of an issue here would be Ridley. Idle is making the play for Batoon, which I don't hate. We'll have to see if it pays off, but
I mean, if Varia does end up being here right after Batoon, that could end up being extremely beneficial for Idle. And we did see Scott did end up finding Ridley, so he does have charged plasma. I've seen Scott do this before, so it will be interesting to see how this one plays out, but it's looking like it's kind of going okay.
Yeah, he has taken a hit, at least one hit from Ridley, which... Oh, right, he's got gravity, so it's not... Ridley is only dealing 40 damage, but yeah, that heat damage is not fun. So,
Idol, on the other hand, also putting on a show here with Croc. Okay, dual death.
Yep.
And Idol visibly showing some frustration, but taking it in stride. Come on, Idol.
Yeah, without gravity, Botwoon kind of hits like a truck. His body does, or his head. I think his head, body, and missiles or projectiles all have different damage, but his head will hit you for 120 damage if he hits you, and then I think without a suit, the projectiles are 96, and then the rest of his body is also a lot of damage, but I don't remember exactly how much. It's a fight that can go south even when you're fully equipped. So
yeah, that does not look like a fun one, and it looks like Scott as well has decided not to go for a Ridley again, and is just continuing to go through West Meridia.
Oh, hello.
And there we go. That's a not essential, but definitely a nice pickup, and I think that is going to be a spring ball jump to grab Space Jump at Mama Turtle.
And all right.
No, not quite.
Let's see. It has to be. You can make that from where Scott's standing. You can make that jump with high jump and speed. The boss in Wreck Chip was Ridley, and Scott went for it and died, but luckily had a safety save. So that means that we have 0 vanilla bosses this seed. I will go in for the Botwoon fight again. Trying to think, what could we... At this point, I think that if Idol finds Varia here, that is probably the best case scenario for him.
Definitely. I was trying to think about what the most troll thing the seed could possibly do, and I was wondering if Varia might actually be in West Meridia but locked behind Dragon, which is at Ridley, or which is at Kraid. So having to backtrack all the way back to go ahead and try to get Varia that way.
I think Scott realizing that there is no point in checking the rest of these criteria items because the best things they could be would be supers and E-tanks. All right, there we go. Bye-bye, Snake.
All right, and we're about to see this Botwoon check to see what's behind here. Oh.
It's the missile, so...
Letting out the super missile of frustration, which is very warranted, I feel like.
Very valid. Yeah, so I think that... Let's see, sandpit items are... At least the sandpit where it's the reserve tank in vanilla, which I can never remember if it's left or right.
I think in vanilla it's left.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just a major minor it's left.
No, so the sandpits are the same. in vanilla and area, no matter what. The exit from them takes you back to Aqueduct rather than spitting
then
you
like
out at the bottom. Yeah.
yeah. And Idle going over here, showing his controller technique. I believe this was in the FAQ of the Choozo Discord, which everyone should join if they haven't already. Making good use of this Varia tweak at the moment to try to escape East Meridia.
Actually seen.
And Snail.
Yeah, let's go for a snail. Oh no. Snails are the worst. Alright, so Scott making another go at Ridley, maybe? I mean, it's gotta be. Can't do anything else in Wreck Ship.
Yeah. Went ahead, refilled.
Yeah, he's got the full supers, basically, so I think the last time he only had 6. And with Charge Ice Plasma, that's 30. That's a 30-shot fight, which there's not great when you're taking heat damage. All right, Ridley, take 2.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, those hits hurt.
Yeah, even with Gravity Suit, it's still 40 damage a hit.
And use
still has reserves.
Maybe a little pause abuse here.
Oh no, had enough in reserves. Yep. All right. Now, what do we have here at Ridley? Not the one lower Norfair Major.
Okay, come on, Scott, let's get out.
95 energy. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
No.
And now Idle's about to find the same.
I have to imagine that Idle will probably feel behind finding Gravity at 53 minutes. And so,
I do wonder.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I wonder if Idle is then gonna go back through East Meridia and try to finish that out, since that does have 3 items, or whether Idle's also gonna make a pass at Ridley. Yeah, there's the face.
Yep, there's Gravity Suit.
So what was itemized besides items and bosses? We had start location, morph location, and we have, is that it?
Area.
No, full area. Yeah, full area.
I don't think Idle is going to be very happy to find Ridley here. So we've got Scott going back through the Forgotten Highway. Right, so Scott going back through these red tower portals. And there's another. Oh, yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Thought I saw him reaching over to hit the reset button and then didn't reset, and then sure enough, yeah, like not really anything you can do there with that ammo and no berry suit.
Yeah.
So Scott is, I guess
Scott looks
technically,
like he's farming, right?
yeah, I think he wants supers for. I mean, I guess just wants supers, and that's a convenient spot to farm them. But yeah, definitely doesn't need them for either boss who could be here in East Meridia. Yeah, whoever he finds here will be probably dispatched pretty quickly. We're going to see intended snail clip. These snails are such trolls. Oh no! Oh.
He's just looking out for his snail buddy.
Aqueduct items. Yeah, is this clip in logic?
End Inferno sort of asking what Choozo means. Yeah, okay. Storm's got it. It's a beginner randomizer tournament for Super Metroid where the two players can sort of choose the settings that they want. And the one with the least difficulty ends up prevailing for the race.
Okay, there we go. Scott getting the snail clip eventually.
Let's see what that other item is. It's Wave.
All right, full beam for Scott. And so yeah, gonna be progressing through the rest. We're probably gonna have. I mean, there's potential for there to be both majors here in Dragon, but even if that's true, he's only going to be able to get one of them.
I thought that was about to be a one round. And there we go. About tuned down for Scott.
I guess charge wave ice plasma is probably a little quicker than pausing to do the X factors. And yep, if you want to keep going, Scott, you got to go through there. You don't have speed booster.
You cannot Choozo that missile. It's not optional. You need to get that.
I think technically he could have gone around it. You kind of just have to like sink into the sand a little bit, and then you can come up on the other side of it. In that hole that you like fall down into that first time you play, when you if you come back through the other side from where the farm spot is and are just rolling along in morph, and you see the energy tank and you go for it and roll straight for it, and then you fall right into the hole and down the sand. Don't ask me how I know this.
Yeah, I've just always assumed if I don't have speed, whatever that item is, I'm getting it.
All right, and now we're gonna get a load of what we've got at Dragon. Phantoon, all right. They could also be in the sand pits. So, we still don't know. Or
It looks like,
Shackle.
yeah, and it looks like Idle's off to check the sand pits right now.
Alright, we got a missile. And I missed what was it the other one, but I'm guessing nothing important.
It was a super.
So at this point, nothing important.
I don't know. That's the make or break difference right there, I think. All right, and Scott looks like. Oh, okay, I thought he enraged Fantoon for a minute, but it looks like Fantoon has just got another 30 seconds or so.
We're hoping for the bailout there, but no fast pattern this time. But that should be it.
Yeah. It's always hard for me to tell, unlike the custom sprites, where Fantoon is at in terms of health for how red he is.
Yeah, that's one of the big reasons that one of the big things that can make palette swap hard to deal with if you're used to. All right.
Oh.
So some combination of Dragon, Plasma, and Shack Tool for the last two items. And at this point, it's like not unlikely that one of them is Varia.
So for Shack Tool right now, that would require an ice clip to go around. Yeah. And then Plasma's not even open yet, correct? Since Dragon's not down, so yeah. All right. And we are going to see Idle just leaving East Meridia.
Yeah, so the Poyo clip is not in logic, but it could well be that the logical progression is grapple somewhere to get there, if the item is in fact there.
Okay. Idle's going back to Croc now for that Indiana Jones item, remembering that he has space jump now.
If this is Varia, this could be big.
I gotta say, so far, this has been a really interesting race to see the route divergence and just this hunt for Varia.
Yep.
And there it is.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I think Scott's gonna go up and check our back of East Meridia portal. But yeah, I mean, at the moment, only has a one boss advantage, and so depending on how long it takes him to get back to Croc, it's like Idle has a real opportunity to catch up here.
Yeah, I mean, the boss that Scott has as well is Ridley. So with Varia, Ridley is going to take significantly. I mean, no, I guess it would still take the same amount of time. There's just it's like farming up for health necessarily beforehand.
Mm-hmm. And no, the only thing you have to worry about killing you is Ridley. Other than also the air.
That's usually a pretty important signifier, yeah.
Yep, and that does put Idle into go mode. So if we see any more checks, he may look for one more energy tank if he wants to do stand up, but I don't expect to see many items picked up other than that, unless it's Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say anything that is basically just not on the path straight there, I think is immediately gonna be skipped.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe on path supers or an on path energy tank, but other than that, I really don't expect. All right, so Scott has made it back to Croc and found Varia suit.
All right.
And for the life of me, I cannot remember anything about which portal leads to which anymore. So I can only imagine how the runners feel.
I've got it all tracked. So I think minus a few things from the start, it is looking like from East Meridia, the two portal. Actually, have we seen the back of East Meridia?
I don't believe we have. I feel
thought
like
Scott was going up that way a minute ago.
Actually, yeah, I think I was too focused on Idle getting Varia. Oh.
Okay, so I think right now it's going to be a sprint for Lower Norfair. So we've seen the exit of Lower Norfair, which is the exit of Green Bryn.
All right, so I think that probably what we've got left is so the back of East Meridia, I think at this point has to go to the front of to Lava Dive.
Yeah. And I actually don't have recorded what this door that Scott's coming up on, which he's not going to go through. He's just going to tease me a little.
Man, that way is a lot easier with Space Jump.
I mean, Space Jump is one of the best items for me. Okay, so we're about to go through this Meridia escape, which leads to, this is Crave's entrance. And yep, going down. I have a feeling Scott is going to go for Dragon, who is at Kraid, and that's the Crocomire entrance.
Mm-hmm. That or potentially one of the either Chronic or
Chronic leads to Green Bryn.
Okay.
So the top of Green Bryn. So he could go, yeah, from the top of Green Bryn through to the end of Green Bryn to end up getting in Lower Norfair that way.
Okay. But nope, I think we are. Yep. Looks like we are probably going to Croc here. Or the Croc entrance to get to Dragon. All right. So, and yeah, I would be very surprised if Scott bothers checking the item behind Dragon here. Like, the only thing you could possibly want at this point is speed, I think.
Yeah.
Which yeah, this late, not a huge time save. It basically just helps you in Escape 3.
That is true. And we have a vanilla escape. So, yeah. Shouldn't be that much of a difference.
Oh yeah, no speed booster. So no fun spark kill strats on Dragon. Very nice.
All right. Very quick. Okay, so while Dragon is down, Idle is about to go in to fight Ridley.
Oh, Scott is checking.
And we are checking.
not, I imagine, what you would like to see.
Probably not. Okay, so Scott is just gonna try to beeline it for Lower Norfair right now. And I have a feeling that's gonna be through going through Green Bryn. Meanwhile, Idle is taking care of Lee and has to go ahead and take care of the other two bosses as well. But all in all, considering what the seed's given them, there's not that much of a difference between them. Would you say it's maybe a couple of minutes exact?
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not not that far. I do think that Scott obviously does have a bit of a lead right now, which was, I mean, that came down to like just finding gravity a little bit earlier.
Yeah. I think what's gonna, and there we go. I think what's gonna make a difference now is just routing and remembering where all the locations are.
Yeah.
Especially once things have developed on the map this much, it's so difficult to keep track of where everything is. So as long as that can just get executed pretty fast, I have a feeling like Scott might still be able to take this home.
I mean, to be fair, like we do still have Turian, and Turian is a place where anything can happen, especially if we have something like a missed stand-up. We'll see.
But yeah, I mean, this isn't anyone's race yet. It's not over till the credits roll, and it's gonna be, yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
So, Idle. This goes back to criteria somewhere, right?
Idols?
No. Main Street. Okay.
So it looks like Idle's gonna go for Crab Hole now. And that goes to Upper Norfair, the Lower Norfair escape.
Now, if Scott's checking all these items anyway, I'm kind of... Oh, okay, he's just not even going to bother checking jail PVs.
I mean, with only one item, you know.
Yeah, and it is like that is a bit out of the way. Yeah, I was just thinking if he's like looking this hard for speed, like may as well. But
yeah, I mean, especially with, you know, I think he had 17 power bombs going into this. You definitely want to make sure your count's okay, which is sometimes a good chance for Fire Flea, but he's got so many. I think he's just going straight down.
Yeah,
he is on a mission.
Yep, checking PBs is shame for speed. Nope.
Oof. No reserve tank for Scott.
All right. There's Kago. Back up, Kago.
Really nice X-ray strats on the pirates.
Yeah, that's a really cool strat. Yeah.
Sorry, not X-ray, but yeah, charged plasma strats.
Yeah, you can microwave those pirates, but I mean, obviously only if you have X-ray. All right, so Idle is gonna do his ray gun fight.
Okay, is Kraid going to prom? Looks like it.
we got a area. Speaking of,
Yeah, there we go.
absolutely nothing you need that for at this point.
Alright, so Scott, all G4 bosses down, just needs to head straight to Turian, which is at the French Vanilla location.
Looking down Dragon. Not too much drops. Just a super missile behind Dragon. Just skipping that. I forgot that they had Spring Ball for a second there. that would have been very, very bad for Scott.
That would have. Scott's still at 0, but there are a few enemies up here that do have PB drops. It wouldn't have to necessarily go down to Fire Flea.
Anything you need to be full for the rest of the escape? Yeah, you can escape without power bombs as long as once you get through. The red key through your phone.
Wait, does Scott have power bombs? It must have 8. I think it's just on my screen. It looks a lot like 0.
No, I think that's a 00.
But if it's 00, you normally can't select it, right?
Oh, you're right. Maybe it's a 9. What is this? A restream for ants?
We know that Idle knows where Turian is. I don't think Scott knows where Turian is. Although I personally didn't see it, I'm sure he does. It's in the French Vanilla location, so it's just got to be on the other side. He's definitely checked it.
Yep.
And reading is hard, definitely.
Right. Now get that nice free Turian elevator refill.
Yeah, so when it's area rando, that means instead of doing a ship, you can just go straight through to Turian, and as you take that elevator down, you get a full refill, just like a ship one.
Yep, and that's just because, with area rando, Turian could end up being on the entirely opposite side of the planet from the ship, and so, rather than force runners to potentially, waste a bunch of time farming or searching for the ship, we'll give them the refill here, just to keep things moving along. So I wonder if we will see Scott unequipping Barry at some point.
Oh, good one, Scott. Right around. A little ectoplasm acid down there. I just missed that last Metroid.
Power bomb dance. And Metroid's down. No baby skip here. Very, very efficient. See, let's use. Yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah, you probably, even as Scott, you're probably you may well expect for there to be a dot done in the race time room.
I was actually just looking there a minute ago to see. But we don't know yet. We do have a delay on this, don't we?
I don't think we
Actually,
do.
no, I don't think we do. Yeah.
And so I was not looking. Did Scott unequip area? Oh, there we go.
He's unequipping it now. All right. I'm going for ammo.
No, it's the spring balls up skip.
I have never seen that. That is insane.
It's a good one. It's a lot freer than it looks. Apparently, I wouldn't know. I don't do it, but a lot of people swear by it, and like, if it works, it works.
I'm gonna have to look into the tech on that one. That looks really interesting.
A spring ball makes it like pretty free, but technically you only need morph balls to do it.
Huh.
Well, morph ball enemies. You still need to freeze the Rinka.
Alright, so Scott entering Mother Brain 2 while Idle finishing up Parade and then traversing back through Lower Norfair.
One catch-up fight. Very nice.
Like Scott's going for stand-up.
Yeah, I think that Scott should be more or less safe at this point. Just needs to be careful not to slow lock once the baby explodes. Alright, there we go.
And yeah, that's Mother Brain 3. Good job, Scott. Idle, meanwhile, back in Green Bryn, heading up and just making his way over to Turian now. So, exactly, what would you say were some of the deciding moments in this? Was this Scott finding gravity just that little bit early?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that's probably the biggest determiner here. I'm trying to think. I don't think either runner took any particularly costly deaths at any point. I really do think it just came down to I think that Idle, if I remember correctly, Idle did not follow Forgotten Highway when he found the door. And Scott did, and that led him to Gravity. And all right, everybody get your jujus in chat for Scott finishing in first place with a time of an official race time of 1 hour 26 minutes and 5 seconds.
GG's to Scott.
All right,
And then Idol said they're gonna finish, and I think we can bring Scott in for an interview. Although I have no idea how that works.
Something that the wonderful folks at SpeedGaming.
Yeah, thanks to SpeedGaming for getting this tournament, and then also thanks again to Stack for tracking this. Did an amazing job on it.
Yes. All right. Yeah, what a race.
That was great.
And
considering how late we got seeds too, it's still a pretty decent time, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these area randomizer seeds can sometimes sometimes it just becomes a hunt for that that last piece of the puzzle. But yeah, all things considered, both of our runners did a great job tonight.
Yeah, I think especially not getting suits, 30 minutes in, or maybe it was like almost closer to 40 that Gravity got found. I can only imagine as a runner the entire time you're probably just thinking, I am so behind. But they were pretty neck and neck for most of the race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Idol got Gravity at 53 minutes. That's not a great feeling.
Yeah, so I think Scott must have been like somewhere in the 40s then.
Yeah. I think it was really, really low, or really, I mean, still, it's like pretty high 40s because there wasn't that big of a gap between both of them finding.
Mm-hmm. All right. No luck. I'll go in for the cool new baby skip tech recently discovered.
Might not have my sound set up properly.
We can hear you.
All right, welcome in, Idol. GG's. Oh, are you still there, Idol? Speed was at Shack Tool. Okay.
Okay. Why can't I hear people?
We can hear you, Idol. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Okay. Now I can hear you.
All right. Welcome in, Idol. GG's.
Yeah.
GG.
And we are also joined by Scott. GG's Scott as well.
That was a seed, all right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I get the feeling that both of you probably felt behind for a lot of that race, considering how late you found your suits. But it was actually pretty close the whole way through. It really just came down to Scott following the Forgotten Highway door a little sooner and finding Gravity back at Wreck Ship. And so, yeah, what did the two of you think of that seed? Anything that stuck out to you, or?
For one, it definitely, like, the route of the seed was kind of weird to me. Like, I don't know. I felt like at the very beginning I already didn't know where I was going, which doesn't usually happen with seeds like this. Like, I was scared that I was going to soft lock myself after I left Red Burn Star right at the very beginning. And I kind of spent a while like running around because I really didn't know where to go. Especially near the middle of the game where I was just looking for a suit. And then when I finally found Gravity, and I saw my health and ammo, I kind of considered like just skipping Varia in the first place. but I ended up not doing it just because I felt like it was probably going to lose me time if I didn't get it. And when I went back to Green Brinstar to try and it took me like a good few minutes to try and remember where Lord Norfair was after I killed Dragon. But thankfully I remembered when I was going on the way, so I was like, okay, good, this is working out. And then near the end, the rounding kind of just worked out at the end, which was kind of nice, and I think that's probably like what kind of worked out for me in the end is that there was a lot of I felt like I was rounding the seed pretty badly, but then it just kind of worked out, so I guess I was happy about that.
Yeah, I noticed you still continuing to check a couple of places after you were in go mode. You were probably looking for speed, right?
Yeah, I was looking for speed, and then the last couple of times I probably shouldn't have done it. I think it was just losing time. But at the same time, I wanted speed because I like having speed booster for the end of the game, so I can do a bunch of 6 strats and stuff. So whatever. But not like I just practiced that for like an hour or anything. But whatever.
Yeah, no blue bombers this seed.
No, not blue bomber. Just like the Metroid rooms. Blue bomber. Yeah. I would probably just lose like 5 seconds or whatever trying that.
But yeah, I mean, nobody was finding speed this seed, considering it was at Shack Tool. So
it was at Shack Tool, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought about it, but
is that where Speed Booster was?
Yeah. Yep. You both also checked Indiana Jones. I think maybe it's like 2 minutes within each other, both trying the spring ball strat as well.
I wasn't sure if the spring was possible, which is why I gave up because I didn't know how to do it. I think it is, but I had a feeling it was, but I just didn't know if I could do it, and I didn't want to sit there and waste a bunch of time trying to do it, like a trick I didn't know how to do. So I just kind of moved on, and then I got lucky that it was Varia near the end. I probably could have skipped Varia now that I think about it. Like running the Kraid really isn't that bad because I knew it had to be Kraid at that point, but I guess it was just Varia ended up being right in the way. If that wasn't Varia, I was gonna go without it, kind of thing. I wasn't gonna search for it any longer because I felt like I had enough E-tanks and at least 1 Crystal Flash worth to where I could get through Lower Norfair and back with Screw Attack and all that.
Yeah, Idle actually ended up finding it a couple minutes before you did, and so if you had not found that and had to do the suitless Lower Norfair, that was one path that we definitely saw for Idle to potentially get back into it, because he wasn't all that far behind, all things considered.
Yeah,
I felt pretty far behind.
I also felt very far behind. I saw how long the sea was going for, and I was like, I feel like I'm not going to win this. So I don't know. Also, at one point, I saw Spazer right in front of me, and I went for it after already having Plasma, and I don't regret it for a second.
I managed to avoid that one.
Yeah, we were theory crafting, what cool item is the second major in Green Brinstar going to be, and then it was not a particularly cool item considering you already had Plasma.
Yeah.
Well, after failing to get that, not even being able to see what that last item was in Croc, I was starting to think, well, maybe there's going to be a suit at Batwoon, maybe Gravity Suit's just going to be hiding there. So then I spent 10 minutes trying to make that check, which of course was a missile pack. So, and then I went to the Forgotten Highway and found Gravity and was like, oh,
well,
yeah, should have gone that way. I thought the race was pretty much over at that point, but then once I did find Varia, I thought, okay, maybe there's a chance because this Varia is pretty far out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely very far out of the way. And you both did find wrecked ship quite early, but neither of you had bombs because you found it via West Ocean in the front, and neither of you had bombs to actually end up going through it. It wasn't, I think you both went Forgotten Highway towards the end to actually end up getting Gravity.
Yeah. Can you get through to Gravity that early? Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Wow.
No, I think the door is still the door to Sponge Bath is still locked until Fantoon's dead. You can just get there but you can't get there the back way.
Oh,
not an area rando. Get through.
Oh, you can?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I think it's unlocked. So I think maybe the seed wanted you to get gravity early, and that probably would have made like a big difference. But
Mhm.
neither of us did that, so I mean, well,
Okay.
I think my Meridian blunder was definitely going for the snail clip because I kind of forgot how to do it, and I probably spent a good like 2 or 3 minutes trying it, and then all I got from it was wave, and I was like, well, I guess it's kind of nice, but it wasn't worth the amount of time I tried to do it for.
I don't
and
believe the snails were kind to either of you. This seed.
yeah, we all had a little bit of a chuckle when you ended up screw attacking that snail.
Oh, I know. I was like, okay, I'm turning screw attack off after that because I was trying to see if I could get up onto it without killing it after that. And I was just like, okay, I'm wasting my time.
Oh, and of course that's why the two of you did Spring Ball Zeb Skip. All right, so GG's to Idle, finishing up here.
GG.
And so yeah, excellent race from both of you. Very entertaining. For a couple of times it was kind of funny. You both died very close together. It was when like Idle, you died to Batwoon, and Scott, you died to Ridley, like within a couple minutes of each other.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh, yeah, the Ridley thing. I knew I could beat Ridley, but I just didn't have the ammo at the time, so I kind of went on Goose Chase to try and find like a good spot to farm. And that kind of, I feel like that definitely lost me like a good like 5 to 10 minutes probably.
All right, well, I think we should start getting stuff wrapped up here. Any final thoughts from either of you on this first race of our Choozo tournament?
Yeah, thanks for comms and tracking. You guys coming along. It's short notice, so it's really helpful.
Thanks for
Appreciate
making the tournament.
Yeah, so far this is fun. I like the idea of like being able to choose the settings for rando all like every week or whatever, like every match. I think that's really cool. So, which also means I'm probably gonna lobby full countdown whenever I play, but that's okay.
All right. Well, we will. Yeah, definitely. Shout outs to Idle for setting this up. It's definitely a really cool format. And like lots more matches. We have, if anybody has the schedule pulled up, we can tell you when the next ones are.
I think there's at least one on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, I know. I'm going to be playing on Wednesday at 8 Eastern time. And I think there are a couple more. There are definitely a few more already set up for this week. Ultimately,
there's two on Wednesday. Okay.
Ultimately, we're going to end up with hopefully 20 races per week. So I don't think every single one will get a restream, but yeah, keep your eyes out. We have plenty more very cool Super Metroid Randomizer action coming up, and tonight, not exactly sure where the wonderful folks at SpeedGaming are going to send you all over to, but we've got there's a Super Metroid ALTTP randomizer race happening, as well as the ALTTPR randomizer league that has a match getting going soon. And so, yes, stay tuned if you want to watch some more randomizer action. But yeah, so thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to Kupo and Captain Stack for comms and tracking, and of course to SpeedGaming for making this restream possible. Kupo, you have any final thoughts before we close out the evening?
Thanks for jumping on comms. Thanks for Stack. Thanks for SpeedGaming for hosting us. Thanks to Idle and Scott for putting on a great show. This is a really interesting race. It's going to be fun to watch it back.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you next mission.